Alright, so here's my Honda Fit. I'm going to be taking off the top bolt here on the strut. Alright. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to be putting on this right here. So this is basically it's a cam bolt, so that way you can adjust camber. See, adjust camber up to give or take 1.75 degrees. So when I put these tires on, you know, the tires are pretty much bald now. They need to be replaced. That's why I'm doing this. So when I put these tires on, I went and had alignment afterwards. You know, I was actually the same place. I got the tires installed and alignment the same place, but they couldn't really adjust the camber. And you know, modern cars nowadays, you really can't adjust the camber anymore. It's like, you know, it's pretty much fixed. And I wanted to adjust it a little bit. Maybe not, but anyways, you know, my suspension here on this Fit is, you know, it's pretty much factory. Everything's factory. The whole spring, everything factory height. Nothing's changed. The only thing I changed with the suspension is my sway bars, right? Front and rear sway bars. I got the God, what brand was it now? I forgot what brand this was. God dang it, what brand was it? Starts with the M, I think. Shoot, let's look at it real fast. I forgot what brand it was. Megan Racing. So the reason why I like Megan Racing is because they use two reasons why. One reason is because they use instead of using polyurethane bushings, they use rubber bushing just like the OEM, so that way it doesn't squeak, it doesn't make any noise. The thing with the polyurethane bushings, they are stiffer, but the problem with them is that they don't, no matter what you do, they will always make noise. So I can't, you know, this is like a commuter car basically, my beater car, and I don't want any, you know, all this noises. So that's one reason. Other reasons why I like the Megan is because they're not that stiff, you know, and part of it is the bushing, you know, rubber bushing instead of polyurethane, but also the diameter of the bar themselves. They're not real thick, so they're not really, even though they call themselves racing, they're still compliant enough to be street use, and it's not, you know, it's not uncomfortable basically. Right. So anyways, so I'm replacing the bar. So basically, it's just the bolt. It's just the top one, so that way you could adjust the camber. So actually, let's look at this thing. Let's open this up and see what's going on in here. So yeah, so give or take 1.75 degrees, and so that's the part number by whatever brand this is. As you can see, I got this from I can't remember if I got this from Rock Auto or I got this from Wheelworks. Not Wheelworks. TireRack.com. I think I got it from Rock Auto. I think it's cheaper from Rock Auto, and it's basically the same thing. You got two of these bolts, so it tells you how much torque, 97 foot-pounds, and I have my torque wrench right here. Snap on, set to 97 foot-pounds already, so it's good to go. So obviously the other side, you know, obviously the manual, right? The manual, blah blah blah. The top one, and it should come with everything in here. The main thing is this washer. This washer has a little tab on it, so you just have to make sure it's in the right spot. Yeah, right here, figure 2, small tab, large tab, cam lobe. Over here, negative, positive. There's something else on there. Let's see. No. They make it look like there's something else on there. Oh, it just depends on how you set the small tab and large tab. So yeah, so that's just that. So anyways, that's what that is. So let's open this up. Look how that works. So so you have this camera here. So depending on how you turn the this bolt, which position you put this bolt at, that will give you your negative or positive. So So let's see. So it's on the top. If it's on the top bolt, if the cam is facing inwards, that means it's gonna have the bolt outwards. So that means it's gonna be positive camber. So meaning the tire will be angled like this. The top of the tire will be angled out. That means positive camber. If I have the cam facing outwards and the main shaft of the bolt is inwards, that means the top of the wheel will be angled inwards, pointing inwards, and that means that's negative camber. Right, so that's how you adjust the camber on it. So I'm not sure about how this thing is positioned, but and I'll figure it out. So anyways, so this is 19 millimeters. I just need to break that loose. I think I thought I broke it loose a moment ago. Yeah, I already broke it loose. So 19 millimeters. And this one is a breaker bar, so this one's fixed. It doesn't ratchet, right? So this is the side that ratchets. When you have a big bolt, or any bolts and nuts, you want to put the torque, the loosening or tightening torque, on the side where the thread is. So because the bolt goes all the way through, right? The bolt goes all the way through. So if there's any pressure or tension right here where the bolt is, it will cause some tension there, some shearing load there, and it will kind of hang up the bolt. So if you're trying to hold from here and spin from here, you're not just spinning against the torque, against the tightness of the threads. You're also spinning against the pressure from here on the shaft of the bolt. So that makes it harder for you. So that puts more stress on the bolt, the head themselves, more likely to round it out and whatever, all these problems. So what you do is you just hold the bolt themselves, and the nut, the side where the thread is on, the side that spins, that should be spinning, that's the side that you break loose. Because when you do it that way, all you're breaking loose is the nut itself against the thread. That's it. You don't have to worry about this other tension that's on the bolt. So in this case, I have the car lifted up on both sides, both wheels, on both front wheels, both the front end. So there's no compression loads on here. So that's why it's kind of holding. That's why it's able to spin freely, this bolt. If, let's say, I didn't have the other side lifted up and the weight of the car was still on the other side of the suspension, it will, because of the sway bar connecting the two sides, it will put some tension on this side as well, or it will put some pressure on this side, compression pressure on the shock. So, and also this will cause a load on here, and this won't be able to be spin freely like this. So that's spin free, so that's good. So that will make my job easy. And I can't remember if I ever taken this apart. I don't think I did. I have no reason to take this apart. I see a little bit of whiteness there. At first I thought it was like anti-seize, but it's not. It's actually maybe this thing is zinc plated. It's zinc plated, or it might be stainless steel. But anyways, whatever the case, take that off. This in place. And how this works, the reason why it has this cam is that the original bolt is thicker. The original bolt size, diameter, is the same size as the cam over here, whereas the bolt inside here is actually thinner than here. That's how it works. All right, so put this in. So now it's kind of didn't want to go in too easy, but it did. So right now you actually see how you kind of see the bolt. Well, maybe you guys can't see it, but I could see it. Yeah, you can sort of see it. You see the bolt, how it's not concentric. It's kind of, how it's camming. So as far as this goes, I'm just gonna leave it maybe right here. Or right here, so I won't have it really cam in or out. know what? I've got to put the washers on here. Let me figure out what the washers, which way the washer is. Actually, the washer is on the outside, on the head side. But yeah, so let me figure out this tab washer. I'm not sure how this goes. I think it goes. Let's see. It's part of the bolt. The nut doesn't create the camming; it's the bolt that creates the camming. So if that's the case, it will probably be something like this. Just before I do that, let's look at this. So no, so this inside tab is kind of making it fit kind of funny. Okay, yeah, so I think this inside tab goes into the hole that's on here. That it takes up the space basically, because remember the shaft is smaller in diameter now, so it takes up that little space, so that way the shaft stays the same. So I think that's what that is. And again, I'm not sure what this big tab is for. So put this in again. Okay, it's in there. Yeah, so it's just a matter of where you want to put the how you want to align the camber of it. And you spin not just the bolt himself, but you also spin the spacer too, because remember that spacer takes up that extra space now. Let's see, so the factory one didn't have anything on the threads, so I'm not, no Loctite, no anti-seize, so I'm not going to do that either. Oh, this nut feels like it's a locking nut. Let's see. I think it is. Yep, it is a locking nut. So this nut is a locking nut. How do I know? If you look at right here at the head, you see three little indentations. That's them pushing that in. After this thing's been threaded, they push this in so that it distorts the thread, so it pinches the thread, the pitch of the thread, so that it pinches the thread closer. So at the very end, it tightens it up. So that's what that is. Okay. Yeah. So let me figure out where I want to put this, because again, not like I have anything to align this with, so I have no idea where I want to put this thing. Let's see. So I want to see if it's on the outside. That means it will go like so. Actually, I can't really adjust this by itself. I would actually have to loosen the bottom one a little bit as well. But anyways, I'm just gonna leave it at wherever it is, because again, I need to take this to an alignment afterwards. Once I get my tires mounted, I could bring it to an alignment shop and have that done. So let's turn this on. Oops. Oh, this is a different size now. So what size is this nut? So this side is still 19 millimeters. Let's see. So this side is still, well, that might be 18 maybe. Might be 18, and this one is probably a 16. All right, I'll be back. I need to get the proper size sockets for those. Okay, so figured out which size it is. So this side is 18 millimeters, and this side is 15 millimeters. So I got my two sockets ready. Put this back in here, like so. Again, I have no idea where to put this tab, because because I need to take this to get an alignment anyways, no matter what. So I'm just gonna leave this there like that. Put this tab in right here. Let's see, where's my wrenches? So 18 right there. Excuse me, 15 right there. And this side is 18. And again, I have the torque to 97 foot-pounds. 97 foot-pounds. Pound-feet, however you call it. I always get those confused. Most people do. Should have just used a regular wrench before the torque wrench. It'd be a little faster, a little lighter, spin a little faster. Okay, so I'm gonna leave my big cap at I just leave it at 6 o'clock. That way I don't have to think about it. Yeah, just leave it at 6 o'clock. So I'll leave both sides at 6 o'clock. There it goes. So there it goes. It's in there. You can actually see the remember this is a locking nut. You actually see the thread, especially the tip half, the top half of the threads. You see how it's it doesn't, you know, it doesn't have that dull look anymore because there's pressure on it, because of, you know, remember this is a locking nut. So anyways, again, I left the tab at 6 o'clock. I'm just gonna leave it there because until I, you know, get my tires, my new tires mounted and get alignment after that. So yeah, so that's it. So now I just need to do the other side. So same thing on the other side, and that's it. All right, thanks for watching.